Alright guys, some of beginner exercises that you can do with just dumbbells. Dumbbell chest press or dumbbell incline, which you can do. So I have this set up here for my barbell, but take two dumbbells. You can do these too. Now, you just lay on your bench. You're here, right? Come up here, that's where it is. Top, come down slow. Come right here for your incline and go right up. Obviously, you want to be using weight that you'll be able to get. That's hard, that's just 10 pounds. That's hard for you to use that. And I'll show you guys the laying down version, what it looks like for you guys. So you go back here, and I'm going to have it right here. So kind of like a 45-degree angle right here. You'd be here, arch your back, natural arch, press into the ground with your feet, down, up here, go down, here. So if you have a couple dumbbells, that's what you can do. That's the chest press and the incline. Next up, we have shoulder press. Now you can either do this standing, or you can do this with the bench as well. So standing looks like this. Come up like this. It's a little bit more unstable doing this movement, but for beginner, it's pretty good. And if this dumbbell's all you got, it's pretty decent. All right, next up. So I would do like an incline like this. Don't do anything. If you do it straight, it can be really uncomfortable for you. But if you like it like that, you can. But this is how I do it. I do it on here when it's not completely upright. So you're here, you come back. You'd have them, if it's higher weight, you'd have them on your knees. You kick up like this. Then you bring them here, 45, and go up. Right here. Go up all the way down, up. Just keep tension on your shoulders. So when you're doing your actual reps though, go up, slow on the descent, explode. And then also with the incline, experiment and see what works for you for your chest and how you can get the most depth and everything. I would just experiment between 20 degrees and 30 degrees, and that's the two. Like 20 degrees is here and like 30 degrees is like here. So I like 20 degrees. You could try 30 degrees, but the more you incline up, you will bring in your shoulders, which you don't want to do because you're not trying to do shoulders, you're trying to do chest if you're doing that. But this is the shoulder press just with dumbbells. So next up, we have lateral raise. Now, a lot of people will be doing these wrong. I don't know why, but this is how you do them. You bring your two dumbbells here. You're here, and then you kind of put them in your palms, and then kind of go 45 degrees here. I have them like this, and then you're going to go up like that. So on both sides. So you're here, and then you can lean forward a little bit. Make sure your chest is up. You go up, and you're going to have that on your delt. So it's going to hit your side delts here. Going up, so I'll do it from this side so you guys can see it. So it's going to come up like here. And almost when you're going up, think of like tipping or pouring water, because when you're going up here, tip this down like pinky up, and you kind of feel a little more stretch, a more contraction on your side delt. So full on the side like this. And I usually try not to go over like my trap line. So when you're going up, you're going here. You're not going like above there, because then you're going to involve your traps, which you don't want to do because you're trying to hit your side delt here. Next up, we have rear delt raise, which is just another part of your shoulder. Rear delt back here. And so there's a couple of variations of this. There's where you bend over, like where you're here. Let me get the ass comments in my video. When you're here and you go back and push these back for your rear delts. Now you do it like that, a little less unstable. a little less stable. If you come here on a bench and you're here and you lean down, like almost like your stomach into your thighs, come down here and then go back, contract, and go down. Even with lightweight, you can feel it. And all it really is just you're bent down here and you're back. I like doing it seated. I don't really like doing it um, like standing up. I mean, if I have to, I will, but if I have some option to sit, I will. Next up, we have tricep kickback, and this one is crazy contraction on your tricep, and I'll show you guys. Now, this isn't one we can load up a lot of weight with. It's just hard to, but if you can, go for it. You know, progressively overload with it, but at a certain point, it's gonna be hard to load it up just because with the angle and everything, but you get a really crazy contraction. So I would use this as like a finisher for your triceps. So you take one dumbbell, I do like one at a time, and grab it onto something. You know, you don't have to, but, and I would grab onto something. So I'll show you guys my muscles and shit, just so you can see the contraction and see how I'm here. So grab onto something, almost like you're gonna do a bent over row, which I'll get to, and then you want your arm at like your elbow at a 90-degree angle. So come up. See how this is 90 degrees with my torso, and then what you're gonna do is tilt this down. So it goes down, then you're gonna go up. You should feel a crazy contraction. And another variation of this is where you're here, almost like a bicep curl, and then you're holding onto it, and then you go up and you twist out like that, how I'm twisting and going like this. So try that. I get a crazy contraction doing that. So here, you're up here, boom, down, boom, hold. It's a crazy finisher on your triceps. I would recommend it as a finisher in the last movement you're doing. You get a crazy just contraction on your triceps. Next up, we have the basic bicep curl. So I'll show you guys how to do this. I'll do both arms. It's fine. So you're here basically. Progressively overload. Obviously, you try to use more weight every single time, but you're here. Elbows pinned. So see how these are pinned here? Pin your elbows, and then you're just going straight up. Now try not to direct your energy into your forearms. Direct your energy into your bicep. So don't be like, you know what I mean? Like you want to direct it in your bicep here and pull from your elbow joint, so you're actually feeling your bicep contract and actually using the muscle. So here, up. And some people, like when they come up, they twist with their pinky here. If you feel a better contraction that way, go ahead and do it, but try not to throw it around where you're like this, or you're like throwing it and you're twisting down. Obviously, if you're doing alternating and it's heavy, you might do that a little bit, but for the most part, you should be able to be here. Get a solid bicep curl coming up, holding it on the way down, and yeah, that's a bicep curl. Next up is hammer curl. This also hits your bicep, your brachioradialis, which is under your bicep, which creates the bicep peak in your bicep. It also hits a little bit of your forearm as well, which I think is called the brachialis, and then the brachioradialis is under your bicep. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's one of the two. So what you're going to be from here, similar to a bicep curl, but it's more just a neutral grip. Pin your elbows, and you're just coming up and down. Up and down. You can do it alternating, you can do it both. And that's going to hit the muscle under your bicep, which creates your bicep peak. So here, pin your elbows, up, down, down. And again, try not to use crazy amount of forearm here. Try to use the muscle under your bicep. So don't be like trying to use this muscle as much, but you can. Just up, down, control it, but try to use your biceps. Next up, we have reverse curl. I recommend doing this on a easy curl bar, easy curl variation, but I'm gonna show you guys with a dumbbell. And if I'll get into easy curl on a later video, but I recommend doing these on an easy curl, which is like, I'll show you guys, I have one right here, but I'm gonna show you guys the dumbbell variation first. So you grab your dumbbells, and it's just reverse curl. So instead of bicep, it's the reverse of it. And you're gonna come up here. That's all you're doing. I'll show you guys. That's all it is. And that's hitting this top portion of your forearm here. Very good. You get a nice contraction here. A lot of tension on the top forearm. So if you're here in front, here. I find these a little awkward the heavier you go. That's why I like the easy curl variation, which I will show you guys. All right, so this is the easy curl variation. I don't have any weight on it. I just took it off because I had huge amounts of weight on it. But here, that's what it looks like. Easy curl. because you have here, some people find it more comfortable than a straight bar being here to curl. So if you have these, it's very nice, but this is obviously a dumbbell one. But if you have one, I'm going to show you real quick for reverse curls because it's more comfortable for me and I think for most people. So you grab here. Some people like thumb down or thumb over. I kind of sometimes like both, so I'll do thumb over. And you gotta just go up and down. Obviously I don't have anything on it, but this is what you want. You don't want to be like swinging this thing up or being like, oh, like, and you're pulling this back, because then you're not using your forearm. So that was pinned here. Should be like that. So that's how you do with these curl. So a little extra for you guys. Weighted pull-ups and dips. So I'll show you the pull-ups, the dips. I don't have a dip thing here, but dips, I think you guys know. Get 2 chairs or something here, and you're just going down. Normal dips into weighted dips. Those are good. And I'll show you the pull-ups right now. I used to do pull-ups here before I got that, so I'd go put a towel on top, go like this, and just pull up. That's how I would do it on there. So if you're on bare minimum, I mean, like, find something you can grab onto and pull onto. I was like scraping my body against there, but just get a pull-up bar or get something you grab onto and you can kind of do them. And I'm going to show you the form on this. Hey guys, I'm going to show you the form on this. I'm going to pull up, fuck up my shoulders, hold up. So relatively easy. You got your neutral, close, wide. You can do a chin up. So chin up's just here, pulling up from your biceps. I'm going to show you guys just a wide pull up, a general pull up for most people. Grab here. Some people like going thumb under. I go thumb over. That's just how I like it. So here, let yourself hang. And what most people do is like they let themselves hang here and they try to pull up and they can't. But you need to do scapula retraction and scapula like unretraction, like of your scapula, so you can actually pull with your back. So what it is, when people just hang, they're usually like this. Your scapula is unretracted. When you retract it, it's like this. So see the difference between my shoulders and my back? So you're just dead hanging if you're like this, and if you're like up a little bit, that's scapular retraction. So retract your scapula first before you start pulling up, and don't go all the way down because there's no point in for you to do that. It's just wasting energy, and you have to just keep unretracting your scapula. So once you get that down, you could start getting into a pull-up. So once your scapular retraction, sometimes you could just practice these if you can't do a pull-up. So go here, track your scapula, up, and then go down slow. So that's all it is to a pull-up. So I'm going to bang out a couple so you guys can see. So here you go. So I just got done working out, so this is kind of hard on me. But you know, when you're grabbing it, you're pulling up, slowing the way down. And if you can't do pull-ups, a good one is negatives. Put like a box here, get real high, and then you pretty much grab from up top there, and then you hold there and you let yourself come down, and you're controlling your descent to build up to a pull-up. You would add weight to this is you get like a belt and like you put it around yourself, and you could add weight at the bottom, or you could, like, if it's only like 10 or so pounds, put them between your legs and hold them between your legs, and then you can pull up. But if you're going to do a lot of weight, get a belt that you can attach weight to. Next thing we got is dumbbell rows. Now this is for your lats. I don't really do these just because I go to a gym and I have them, but if I had to, I would do them. Basically, you grab one dumbbell and you hold on to something. So if I was holding on to here and I was going down, or even here, basically you bend over, you let the weight pull your lat down here, and then what you're going to do is drive your elbow back to here. The more you go back, the more you involve your upper back in traps. So if you want to just keep it to your lat focused, go to here. So like go down here, and I'll show you guys with some more weight so you guys can see. So it's going to pull your lat down here, squeeze, 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 nice and controlled. A lot of people can do a lot of weight with these because it really pulls them and they just boom go up. So if you like it, go ahead and do it, but that's with a dumbbell. Some people do them normally in a gym. I prefer machines with like a chest support because it's more stable. But obviously you can make this movement stable by grabbing onto something, and it is pretty stable. We got skull crushers, which is what I was mentioning. You can do this on a flat bench. You can even do this on the floor if you really wanted to. But the bench, I think, is the best way to do it. And next up, we have tricep overhead. Now, this is like, you do a standing one, you can do a sitting one on a bench. You can even do it on the ground, like skull crushers. So, overhead, though, I'll just sit down. But if I was standing, so you guys can see, basically, you'll come up here. I'll just do one at a time. So here, and then you kind of go back behind your head. Some people like this. I see that some people hate this or like it. It's one or the other. And then you go up here and you keep this, and you get a real good stretch on your tricep here. Like go down and up. Just be careful of the rotator cuff, your shoulders when doing this one. You can go heavy on it, just be careful. Some people do it with one dumbbell like this, like they do both here. They do both. So you get a real good stretch on both here. But you can also do one at a time because you get an even bigger stretch because you can really get behind there. So whatever variation you like, just do, because it's all about what you like and what you connect well with when it comes to dumbbells, when it comes to just exercise in general. So there's the seated one. You can do this standing too. You can be up here. I don't think you guys can see, but you could be here. Let me get down. You could up and down. But basically, you want to be slow and controlled with everything. Alright guys, skull crushers on a bench. I'm going to do this backwards because I do not want to turn around my bench. So, make sure you guys can see. Come down on your bench. Here. Going up. Most important thing is to make sure your elbows aren't going crazy back and your arms aren't going crazy back either. So, you want to be here. You almost like twist your elbows in a little bit, and then the main thing is to keep your elbows in position and bend at your elbow as it goes down, and keep your elbows in and let it pull and stretch your tricep back. So here, and keep it consistent. If you feel your elbows trying to go apart, just bring your elbows in, like twist like this, come back, and get a crazy stretch on your tricep. Straight up. And you can even go back a little bit here, but keep them pinned and go like this, get a good stretch and throw it out. So those are skull crushers. And next up, I have the goblet squat, which is like the only leg variation one I have in here, because dumbbells aren't really good for legs. I mean, you could do lunges and stuff, which is just like, I'll show you guys a lunge. I don't really have room here, but basically you're here and then you're coming down and coming up. That's a lunge. I'm sure you guys know what lunges are, but you know, you're here to learn some new exercises, so you might not know. So goblet squat, people do, they grab a really heavy dumbbell usually because you only have so much. You're holding it here and it's good. You know, me personally, I don't like it. You're here, get in your squat stance, hold it here, and just squat down. And that's all it really is. Just get all the way down with your range of motion. So do it on the side. Don't make fun of my big ass or nothing. So here, you know, that's gonna hit mostly your ass or your glutes. Maybe it'll build up your quads a little bit. Nothing crazy, but can't think of any quad work or you could do calf raises too. Have two dumbbells. So if I was here, if you guys can see, but basically just calf raises as well. And I'm going to show you guys exactly how I do those. So if I was you guys, this is how I would do it. Either get a plate or something, or you could do it just on the floor. You're here, and you're to go up, but don't touch the ground when you go down. Just go to here and up and down. And you could put a plate. So like if I had this plate, this is probably not the best plate for it because it's like round. But if you have a plate here, you can get an even deeper stretch on your calves. Go up and go down, up and down. That's probably not the best plate. I have other plates, but this is what I'm showing you guys on. You can get a deeper stretch doing it like that. So yeah, this is dumbbell exercises, some simple beginner exercises if you have a couple dumbbells at home. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any other exercises you want me to cover, or if you have any questions about any of the exercises, let me know. Thank you for watching. Subscribe. I'll do more videos on other exercises, body weight exercises as well. Sorry, I'm out of breath. I was just working out. Yeah, self-improvement, getting in the gym, sleeping recovery is very good for you. Go ahead and do it. These are some beginner exercises you can do. And if you have dumbbells and everything, and I will get into more minimalistic stuff if you just have your body weight and you just have like a 1x1 space, so you can only do body weight exercises. But this is the foundation of learning exercises. This is just with dumbbells, and I'll get into more barbell stuff. And yeah, so thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you learned something and I helped you in any capacity that I can with my other videos. This video, I just want to help you guys, build up, your muscle, get some exercise in you, get big. So here's some exercises you can do. And yeah, so see you guys. Peace.